Record. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's webinar. We are going to be sharing with you the amazing health benefits of when you hydrate your cells and do it in a way that this product has been helping so many people from different parts around the world. If you're brand new to the call tonight, please let us know. If you are new here, we would love to see who we have in the audience, or if you're a regular returning, great to have you back on the Zoom. And talking about welcome back to Simone. She's back from Brazil and she had a great time out there, so we'll be hearing from her as we go through the meeting today. So it's always a pleasure on these Thursdays to be sharing with you this amazing product, this amazing company. And as you see here, I always like to start saying this is an opportunity of a lifetime. And for me, definitely a product of a lifetime has arrived, because I've been around the block, you could say, and back, and I've never seen anything as great as this in all my days. So let's get started with tonight's meeting. You know, our modern day lifestyle, my friends, especially in the Western world, may leave a lot to be desired regarding the nutritional benefits of what we might be eating. And, you know, this kind of food, convenience food, fast food, junk food, whatever you want to call it, is handy. You know, it fills a gap. But if you make this your regular staple, it's going to cause a situation in our bodies. And so I don't need to tell you that this may not be the healthiest food, but it's definitely the most convenient food, especially if you're out and about. And that's typically me and my lifestyle, being very busy. And sometimes it's just easy to grab that extra burger and chips and stuff like that to get me going. And even the image on the right, you know, if you're very health conscious, and I hope you are, you know, getting your greens and you go to the supermarket and you pick them out and everything else, right? It looks really good. But we don't even know what's happened to them prior to them arriving at the supermarket and then on our dinner table. You know, they've been sprayed to death. The soil is depleted of any minerals. And so we are almost starting a losing battle to some degree when we get this food on our plate. So guys, we're here tonight to talk about the consequences of disease and what all disease is about. So this gentleman here, many years ago, almost 100 years ago, he did a thesis on the primary cause and prevention of cancer. You know, my friends, this is something that is rampant. Okay, I'm sure all of us on this call will know somebody who unfortunately may have come or succumbed to cancer, or they may have it and been victorious. But the challenge is in modern day lifestyle is that this is happening way more frequent and in years way younger than you would have, you know, ever thought imagined. You know, when I grew up, that wasn't even a word that we heard until probably my early 20s, when my cousin passed away, and I started to take a real interest in what could be done to prevent tumors and things of that nature. And so when I see this slide here by this gentleman, you know, in his thesis, he spoke about the prevention of cancer almost 100 years ago. And so it says here, the metabolism of tumors, Otto Heinrich Warburg demonstrated there was two forms of cancer development due to these conditions. A, your body being acidic, okay? It's your blood, too much acidity in the body, acidosis, and lack of oxygen, hypoxia. So these are things we're going to be talking about later today, guys, and diving into a bit more detail. You know, the image I shared on the previous slide, you know, for the most part, that's acid, you know, food that you don't really want to have in your bodies, right? It's acidic food, okay? And too much of that is going to cause an issue, all right? So it says here, cancerous tissues are acidic tissues. Healthy ones are alkaline tissues. Okay, so using that as our premise, we want to get our bodies in a state of alkalinity. Okay, and I would even go by saying by any means necessary, because one thing I did discover is that your healthy blood cells, tissues, they don't get healthy if they're swimming in acidity. Okay, so we're going to be talking about that and why it's such a big challenge today, and you know what this company is actually doing to make a massive difference. In fact, in my research, ladies and gentlemen, I did actually start looking at the number one cause of death in men I also was looking up in women, and it was pretty much the same. There was either heart disease or cancer, and depending on your, your community, one would rank higher than the other, but they were literally fighting for first place. So this is a big challenge that we have in our day-to-day world today. So this is a, again, I look at this slide. I love it. It's just vibrant, all the colors of the rainbow they say we should have on our plate when we eat our food. For the most part, it's not the case, as I just mentioned. It's that lifestyle, healthy, quick food, and on the go kind of food. We may not have the time to prepare as much as we would like to. And I remember, a saying from my IT days, as I say, the junk food or whatever you want to call it, it was garbage in, garbage out, right? But it's not just garbage in, garbage out. It's what garbage leaves behind. And in our bodies, it does leave behind something. Okay, there's no like, what's it called? We're not just a middleman and nothing happens. No, something happens, and this is why we have so many health challenges in 21st century living. So, my friends, this is what we basically are seeing the effects of free radicals. Okay, we're talking about, and for those who do not know, free radical is an isolated oxygen atom, and in excess, if there's too much of it, it becomes harmful to your body. Okay, so we wanna have an image of what we see on the left. Okay, cell oxidation. We see there's oxygen, there's cells there, there's a link there. If you want to do your own due diligence about this. But the first research was done on this, documented in 1954. Okay, many decades ago, before most of us were a twinkle in our parents' eyes, right? So on the right hand side is the after effect of too many free radicals. It doesn't look good, and trust me, the effects of that show up. Okay, as I mentioned, things will show up, things will rise to the surface, just like a pimple on your face. There's a reason why it came up there in the first place, and sometimes we can just put a plaster over it and just hide the symptoms, but we hide the after effects, but we're not dealing with the symptoms. And it's just like you can put plasters left and right, or touch-ups here and there, but your body's telling you something. Okay, and of course, if you are of a certain age and you've got premature aging, got wrinkles, and there's lots of things you can do nowadays to mask all of that. But if you are aging before your time, then we need to again get to the root of it. And this is where free radicals could be running rampant through your bodies. Growing up, the saying or the tag was always like, have an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? And I believe that's way more than one apple in today's world, right? So again, you've got this positive side on the left. You want it to look like it's got life in it, okay? And not just through cosmetics, just through it naturally being that way. And we do lose a lot of things as you get older in life by natural process. So what we eat makes a difference. What we drink makes a difference. So how can we reduce the acidity and free radicals in our body, you may ask me? I'm glad you do, because this is a great question. We're going to dive deep into this, my friends, on this webinar. So first, we're going to understand the reaction in magnetized water. Okay, so we have a chemical reaction of water when supermagnetized. Is known as water hydrolysis. Okay, and so this is H2O and dissociates into OH minus and H plus. So you've got this different reaction that you're going to see, my friends. We're going to look at that in a bit more detail here. So you've got H2O, it dissociates into OH minus and H plus. So you've got hydrolysis ions and hydrogen ions, and this leaves behind clusters of hydrogen ions. So we're going to see something that is going to effectively help disrupt that, break that down. Okay, so minerals found in water, it's going to react to the hydrolysis ions and form alkaline hydrolysis. So I'm going to introduce you to calcium and magnesium, and when you consume that in magnetized water, it reduces the body's acidity. There, my friends, I said it. Okay, when consuming magnetized water, it reduces the body's acidity. Now, we're not just talking about just magnetized water here, my friends. But let me just break this down a bit further. When you drink the water, the hydrogen ions react with the excess free radicals in your body, forming water. Okay, so this is amazing. We want to get to the point, as I mentioned previously, If we have too many free radicals running rampant in our bodies, and we can't necessarily see that, but we're going to see the after effect of that, then we want a way that we can try and neutralize it. And when you drink what we're sharing with you, it's going to do that by default, okay? Helping your body for more water. That, for me, was a game changer. And I'll tell you why a bit later, okay? So as you probably all know, our bodies are made up of at least 70% of water. I just was playing a little video prior to the meeting, and you heard the effects of how much our brains need water. You know, when we get headaches and things of that nature, what do? We want to suppress it, right? We want to reach for the medication, the boxes on our pharmaceutical shelves. Every different company fighting for space. And most of the time, guess what? You just needed to drink water. You're just dehydrated. Your cells are crying, okay? Your cells are crying out for water. You know, I always talk about this book, Your Body Many Cries for Water, by a doctor who treated his patients. And I say patients, they were in prison, right? So they were as a captive audience. And all sorts of things. I was even just, looking at it today, and I'm thinking, wow, so many different things he was treating with water. Water, guys. Not going out and getting something to take away the what's it called? The symptoms of it, getting to the root of it, okay? And that was dehydration. Sometimes we feel like, oh, we need some food to eat. And it's not necessarily the food, it's just the fact that we are, dehydrated. Again, I met somebody who said, oh, I only drink water when I'm thirsty. My goodness. Your body, you don't want to put your body into that state. It's like you driving a car and you're waiting for the orange engine light to come on before you do anything about it. You do not want to be living your life waiting for the orange engine light to come on to tell you that you need to do something, okay? But a lot of us, unfortunately, we do that. We don't look under the hood on our car and then go get a service. And those who do may not even do that to our own bodies. So let's look at that in context. Again, it says here, water determines disease, water determines health. Appropriate, adequate water restores health. Ionized water hydrates, alkalizes, antioxidizes, and detoxifies. Water can be used as medicine. That's Dr. Laia Ribeiro. So again, it's not me saying it, my friends. I'm no doctor. All this information I'm sharing with you is from people who spent their life knowing this stuff and sharing this stuff, because this is the truth of the matter. Okay, so let's have a look at this. What is the difference between the water that you're buying right now? And I'm not here to sell you water, so you can be rest at ease. In fact, I'm not selling anything tonight. And that's what I love about these presentations. If anything, I may be informing you, I may be giving you some information that you may or may not know, or you just need a reminder. And for me, it was a massive reminder, because I was typically somebody who never drank more than maybe a liter or a liter and a half at best before I came across this information. So let's understand how water works, right? You got water that does not hydrate. So like, really? What's the point of water if it doesn't hydrate? And water that does hydrate. So we're talking about, when you go to the store, right, and you're buying your water, we don't know how long it's been sitting there, by the time you get it to your house, and then by the time you actually get through it, all right? There's a long process in that whole arena, all right? So let's just have a look at a couple of things here. We definitely want water that hydrates, right? I think that goes without question. So if you look at what we have here, if you could imagine, you are in this situation. This is you. All right, I'm going to talk about fish. And if you bought fish and you bought an oxygen tank, that you put them in a nice, what's it called? Fish tank, right? And you had these fish, and you bought these fish and stuff like that, right? You wouldn't want it to look like the image on the right. That would be like neglect. It'd be like, what the heck? I'm like, what am I wasting money on, right? But the reality is, if you could see what's going on inside your body, you might have that situation going on and you don't really know, because drinking too much of that carbonated water, those sodas and stuff like that, right? Your cells are swimming in all of that. It's acidic rather than it being alkaline. The picture on the left is you could just see there's bubbles. You can see there's life in that, right? So that's what we want. We want that to be life, full of life. So again, if we just take another look at, just water, just the flowing nature of water. This is what we want ideally for our water, right? So again, if you have any form of filtration at home, filter, whatever you use, I just love the fact just being around anything like this, right? We want to have that life in our water, right? We want to see life movement, okay? And we get that, guys. I'm going to show you how you can get that with what we're sharing with you today. This technology that's available to each and every one of us listening on this call today, okay? So again, these falls, I love them. If I pass a fall when I'm driving, I will stop by, want to take a picture, whatever. It's just like, it's great. It brings me to life. And this is what we're talking about. Not dead water, life. Okay, so I'm going to just skip over that real quick. And I want to show you something. This is an image. So if you had on the left, your cells, right? Your cells, your blood cells, they have an entry point, right? And so the things we're talking about today is having nutrients, hydrogen. We want to oxygenate your cells, right? All the things we want in order for their cells to be healthy. So I'm going to show you what happens when your water is not magnetized. This is just general what happens with your water. And if you've got this happening and you can't see it, but you're buying this water and you're not necessarily getting the full benefits because you're not getting hydrated, then this is exactly what happens. So water without magnetic treatment, okay? You've got this situation here. Hard water, full of clusters, preventing the penetration of molecules into the pores of the membrane, and we only get partial hydration of the cells, okay? So again, we speak to that previous slide where we talked about, water that hydrates and water that does not hydrate. This is exactly what happens. You can spend good money and not get the benefits of what I'm talking about, water that does not hydrate, okay? Now, imagine how you can do something about that today without having to put up with this situation. Because as I bring this on, you're going to see what happens. The water doesn't get into the cells. They're clustered together, all right? And so, it's not doing the job we hoped it would do, which is hydrate our cells. Now, imagine with magnetic treatment, light absorbing water. This is what I kept hearing, how this water was light and absorb. I kept hearing this from across the pond. And I'm like, man, I need to get my hands on this water. I need to get my hands on this water. I was so excited. I was telling people how great this product was, and I never even tried it. Just through people that were sharing their own personal testimonials, I was like, this is amazing. And then they came back and told me the same thing. Like, I was like, man, I've got to get my hands on this water. What is this all about? So again, water with magnetic treatment, light and absorbing water. You're talking to somebody here, my friends, who struggled to drink more than a liter or a liter and a half of water. So here we go. With magnetization, it breaks up those clusters, decreasing water hardness, promoting hydration and total nutrition of cells. Water that hydrates. There you go, my friends. That's how you get water that hydrates. Right there, right in front of your face. So this is a great thing, my friends. This is absolutely, for me, a game changer. All right, and which is why we're finding people are drinking more of this water than they've ever drunk before. People who have struggled, like me, for years, struggled to drink a decent level, and having all different types of different brands I would buy, thinking that would make the difference. And the conclusion was the same. They might have tasted slightly better, but I still wasn't drinking enough water. And this has been the case for many other people. Okay, so my friends, I'm going to play this short video, a couple of minutes. Sit back, lock in, and I want you to understand exactly what I've been sharing with you so far. So hopefully you can hear this loud and clear.
When we are thirsty, we fill a glass with tap water or drink some water from a plastic bottle. After all, water is water, right? Magnetized water is popular in Japan. But before we get to know its properties, it is important to understand how and what happens to magnetized water. If you take some water to analyze, you will notice that its molecules are disordered. This is because of the minerals. When submitted to magnetic fields, the molecules turn back into their normal state, which makes the water more beneficial to our health since it heightens the energetic balance of the body and strengthens the immune system in general. That's why magnetized water helps prevent many diseases of the human body. Did you know that more than 70% of our bodies are formed by water? We need to replenish water to eliminate toxins from the body, hydrate tissues and cells, help the kidneys, facilitate blood flow, to fight bloating and boost immunity. Some of the benefits of magnetized water are helps in nutrition and hydration of cells, aids in cell cleanse, reduces blood acidity and the excess of free radicals in the body, increases the oxygen in cells and blood, makes the hair softer, moisturizes the skin, leaving it soft and healthy, aids in the prevention of many diseases, lowers blood sugar levels, preventing diabetes, helps prevent many types of cancer, reduces the risk of osteoporosis and fractures by increasing the bone density and bone resistance, avoids premature aging, increases energy levels. According to studies published by the National Institutes of Health, USA, drinking magnetized water means more quality of life. If you already knew about magnetized water, tell us what you think.
All right, there you go. Hope that gave you a good idea of what we're talking about. And Simone, I know she's here from Brazil. I'd like to hear her
When we are
come on.
thirsty.
Let me move that on.
When we are thirsty.
Oh, it doesn't want to move on. I'd like to hear from Simone. If you are there, you was in Brazil with this gentleman, the CEO of the company. And we're so fortunate to have somebody who not only started the company in the first place, but is still with us. So I don't know if she's available to unmute. Oh, yeah,
I'm
you are. You're
here.
there.
I'm here.
Yes. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you on.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm gonna tell you guys, I just come back from Brazil yesterday. And it really was amazing to be in Brazil. And I went to the office, we talk, we have meeting, and they are very excited what is being around because, like I say, everything now we are start to translate everything to English, and everything is new for the company as well because they work with in Brazil and then they change it to Portugal, where it's the same language, so they didn't have any problem, isn't it, to deal with the product, to translate anything, to do the lectures. And then I started slow with few people in English. And now I can see Leroy is being taking over, and I'm so happy. Like I say, thank you so much, Leroy. You being amazing. Everybody in company already know about you. They all know about you doing the job. And I've been saying that all the time when you talk or do the video, I do some recorder. I send it to everybody in the company, and everybody say, "Oh my God, he's next level. He's amazing." Everybody
Oh,
say
bless.
that. So, and then of course, like I say, we started this in here in England, but with Brazil, who speak Portuguese language. So of course, when we talk just in Portuguese, we need to change it to another language. We need to do a lot improvement, and this is what the company now is open to do. We have like 2 hours meeting last week with the manager, the director, with the owner, and to meet the owner is always a pleasure because he's very open mind. He's really want to improve it every minute. So that's why for me it's like amazing to work with someone who is no like closing mind. No, he's very open and he want to do the best and he want to do everything properly the way it should be and the way he is in Brazil and Portugal. And he's already
I didn't catch that. Oh, could you try again?
And he's already getting crazy with with her daughter, because her daughter is the one doing the website, change everything to English. And he's already called her many times, how you doing, how he's doing everything, what you need, because they really excited because they can see we are here working hard. And but they say, Simone, I'm so happy what the project, what you're doing in there. And like I say, I believe it is going to grow a lot because they are really investing everything what they can to improve. And the owner is already talked to the people accounts here to see what they need to do to send, to start at least to start it, send the product, so make it easy for the people who are already here, who want to buy the franchise, who want to buy the product. So soon they're gonna send it to me more product, and they're gonna open an account for the people who are interested to do the business, because this project you can do like Leroy said in the beginning. You have two opportunity. You have opportunity to be healthy. What's the first one? That's why we take more time talking about how important to look after ourselves. And the second part, you can do a little extra money. You can get some extra money helping people you know. People trust you because they know you, they trust you. So if you're here for the first time, the person who invite you, you trust, that's why you are here. And then if you trust it, you know they're going to show you something amazing. And this project I started 4 years ago, and in like we say, like this has been growing a lot. I started 4 years, and then these 4 years we have nearly 200 people work with us in different countries, and the company is 21 years in the market. This year is going to start complete 22. We have certificates of integrity from the Brazil Federal Congress. What's something to prove it? What the company say the product, what they do is really do the job to make the water better, quality better. And I went in there in Timol, stay in Minas Gerais, Uberlândia, and we have scientific evidence. That's why I say to everybody, just don't go just to the Google. When you go on the Google, put Google Scholar, because there you're going to find 52 articles published in the Google Scholar. And they have their own training, everything in the market for people who want to work with us. And that's why we are growing. We are more than 20 countries now. And this is going to be faster, I believe, after we start to translate everything in English. This is going to grow a lot. And I know a lot of people already told me, Simone, I cannot wait. This is big change to English, because I have a lot of people waiting for that moment. So I know it's a lot of people who just wait a little bit more. But like I say, who is starting now is going to be amazing in a few years' time. And who is going to come new, like 10 years later, they're going to say, why I didn't start in the beginning? So this is really amazing. And this is the part we are translating now as well for English. We start going to do a lot of leaflets. We have it is in the papers now. So they already sent it to me for me to check. And like I say, the technology is not just in Brazil, they send it to America as well. And it was published in the book of discovery in America. And all the tests they've been done, of course, before they put in the book, they did the test. And the effect of magnetized water is amazing. It's alkalination of the blood. It's not making, people say Simone, but make the water alkaline. No, make the blood alkaline. What is really, really important. And it's very, very dangerous when you just have like alkaline water. You need to make sure, just study about, because we talk about your health. So you need to make your blood alkaline. What's helping cancer is so many diseases, and increase the bone mineral mass. So you're gonna have that. That's why they test. Increase the blood oxygen. So when you see the oxygen is like work better in your body, it's like we say about the fish tank. We put a little machine to give oxygen to that water for the fish don't die. But how about our water? Isn't it? We need to do something to make our water as well good, for we can drink it. And increase the mineral. So you make your body more healthy, the immunity go up, you make your blood alkaline, energy. A lot of people say, Simone, I have so much energy. I wake up and I drink the right amount and I have energy. And what's amazing, this product, this still one, is 20, make up to 20 liters. Of course, you can put in 1 liter, 2, 3, up to 20. And it's very easy. Like everywhere I go with my water bottle. So we have the small one, make up to 3 liters. And we have the big one, make up to 20 liters. So this one is easy. You make 20 liters in 20 minutes, it's done. But of course, if you leave a little longer, you're gonna notice the water is more lighter. And then of course, some tests they've been done, and they notice in 3 hours, 2-3 hours, the water was very light. So that's why I say, make 2 hours, make 20 liters, give it to someone who need it. So this, you're gonna be blessed to give, just giving water to someone who needed this water. And that's why we say we have a lot of testimonials, a lot, because it's going to be 22 years now. And we, of course, at the moment we have a lot in Portuguese, but soon we're going to get now in English as well. And here is someone before and after. When I show the picture, people say, Simone, but this is a picture. But in that video, you can see how he was before and after. I don't know if you're going to play a little bit just to show. I don't know. You don't going to play,
That one
yeah?
doesn't. This one doesn't have the video on it.
Ah,
But
okay. I can send you to you later so you
yeah,
can
I
see
got
this
that.
video because they show before and after. And then,
Yeah,
of course, this is the vitiligo, and then this one is the psoriasis. All his body was completed. And then, of course, after he started washing, is in, of course, wash and drinking the water was
yeah.
amazing to see the result. This guy as well, this is amazing because I met him this time I went to Brazil. He's the number one selling in Brazil.
Oh wow.
He's amazing, amazing, amazing. And he's very kind. He's a kind person. You talk, you say, no way, he's the best seller. Because you'll see them, you'll see how love he's have for the project. And he's been in
Yeah.
the project about 8 years. Yeah.
Wow.
This as well, this is another video as well about the guy who did step on something very small, but it got really bad and become really bad. When you see his feet, is something real because his diabetic is very high. And then, of course, he remembered a priest told him about to drink this water is going to go down the diabetic, isn't it? So the level was very high. And of course, after he started drinking, in the end of the video, you see the difference. So if you someone want to know more about, just ask about this video, you're gonna see, because it's washing every day. So the doctors was shocked about it
Mm.
when they saw the benefits. So that's why I say when you start drinking, the people you know trust you. So the first person who needs to see the result is you. You need first to see the result. And of course, after you see the result, you're going to be able, can you imagine, you're going to be able to help so many people. And this is really, really a bless, isn't it, Leroy?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. I want to see if there's anyone who wants to come on and give their testimonial from being on this product. I know there's a
Eh,
few people here. Oh, we got Harold is straight out the gate. Harold, come on, turn your camera on. Let's see your beautiful skin, my friend. Let us know who are you dialing in from and share. And now Harold can talk and do a whole presentation, so I'm going to just limit you to 2 minutes, mate.
I'm actually on a cruise. There might be a bad signal.
All right, okay, no problem. Good to have you on.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. Thank you for bringing us in, Glenn and Leroy. I mean, how long have I got? I've been around this industry for many years of networking, you know me, and opportunities. I love this because it's a franchise. It's your own business. But when I got my product last week, or was a week and a half ago, I went away for the weekend and I was rushing around eating the food and stuff, and I was drinking my water and it flushed me out, right? It gave me a good clean up. And what actually happened, because we said, let's go for someone to eat outside, there was nowhere to eat. We ended up at Burger King. We got a vegan burger and fries. I felt terrible. I drank the water, and let me tell you something. Here in the Caribbean, we have something called washout, right? When I tell you this cleaned me out, this water really cleaned me out. That wow. But something happened to me also as well. Every year, I suffer with, I don't claim it. In March, itchy eyes, really sore eyes, runny nose, and sore throat for 1 month of March. I got the water in my bottle because Glenn said to me, spray your eyes with it. Let me tell you something. I'll be spraying my eyes, no sore, no pain. I'm like, wow. I keep spraying my eye, no sore at all. Normally I'm itching. My eyes are normally sore. Honestly, I've been using my spray bottle in my face and my eyes. I'm like, wow. And my brother said he had a headache. Drank the water, headache went. I mean, I'm just like, wow, this is phenomenal. So this product is
Awesome.
amazing, amazing. And I again told me that if I keep spraying my face, I'll look young again. So I want to look young again. Keep watching this space.
Yeah, dose yourself in it, man. Dose yourself in it.
Thank you. Right.
Brilliant. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, man. That's brilliant. Uh, I see Simone. Simone, come on down. The floor is
Hi,
yours.
everybody. This is my
Hey,
daughter. She's here
hey,
with me.
welcome.
Hi,
Good to have you
hello.
on. Hey, yeah.
Good,
Awesome.
good. How's everyone?
Doing great. Doing great. Mm.
Fun?
Mhm.
You was you in Brazil as well?
No, I didn't go this time. I just stayed
All
at,
right.
I was working, so I didn't get the
Oh,
chance, but
okay.
I picked her up
Fair
from
enough.
the airport. So
All right.
it
Cool,
was okay.
cool. Awesome.
So, yeah, so just tell them how you feel about the water from the beginning, a
Okay.
little quickly, just so
Okay.
they know.
So I don't know obviously if everyone knows about the story or not. Obviously my mum got introduced by one of her really close friends. And then she obviously told me to start drinking it. So I had really bad cramps before. So I used to suffer really badly with them. I used to go to the doctors all the time. I used to have a lot of medication, take a lot of medication for it to make me like almost dizzy just to kind of function throughout the day. And then now it's been about, I'd say, 4 years, coming up to 4 years now, that I drink in the water. And up until, well, since I've been drinking the water, obviously my pain is completely gone. The only time I'll feel it is if obviously I'm not drinking the water properly. But besides that, every time, like throughout all this time, I've been able to kind of go through life, I guess, without feeling any pain anymore. And obviously, that's kind of made a really big difference for us both.
Mm.
Because obviously, we stopped with medication. I used to drink a lot of medication. So now that that's stopped, and I don't really like doing that anyway. I try and avoid as much medication as possible. So now that I have obviously stopped doing that, it's just changed my life completely. So yeah. It's really good.
Awesome. Awesome. That's
Mm.
fantastic. 4 years, my God. I look forward to 4 years being on this product. My days.
It
Yeah.
makes a big difference. You can, and after like obviously you start using it for one thing, you start using it for a lot of other things. So obviously
Mm.
you use it for like skin, even like skincare. Like I don't like using any chemicals. I try to avoid using any pharmaceutical products as possible.
Yeah.
Just so my body just doesn't
Mm.
react to it. So yeah, I
Right.
usually wash my face, coconut oil, like natural coconut oil, and that's it. That's all I put on my face. I do not, and my skin's obviously reacted really well to it. Like I used to be someone who also used a lot of makeup and everything, so it's just avoided like kind of any blemishes on my face. And I know for a lot of people that's a
Wow.
good thing. so
Absolutely. Wow.
it's definitely helped with a lot. Yeah, no, highly recommend it to anyone even curious about it. Just try it. You don't
Yeah.
even need to believe in it, because I was someone who was completely not even willing to let it work. I was completely opposite. You know how everyone kind of looks at it for the first time, like, oh, sometimes people say it only works because you're mentally thinking about it, it's going to work, so it is going to work in your
Mm.
mind. But then I was actually completely opposite. My mum was the one who obviously tried to get me to drink it in the first place. So I tried to disprove her that this was going to work. So I was so committed into telling her, no, I tried it. I drank like 3 liters every day and it didn't do anything. That's what originally I wanted to be like, Mom, you believe in everything. This would never work. And then obviously I drank it and it changed for me in 2 weeks. So if anyone's
Wow.
even wanting to like kind of on the edge of even buying it or not getting it, at least I can give my opinion firsthand. It happened very, very quickly for me, and in 4 years, and I don't feel like I would stop anytime soon. So it's an investment. It's an investment, isn't it? So highly recommend it.
Yeah. And on that point, somebody posted in the chat. So this water, do we have to drink it for the rest of our lives? What would you say to that?
Yeah, of course, because at the end of the day, it's not medication. It's not something you cure. It's something that you do consistently. When it comes in, it comes out like it's water at the end of the day. So you have to drink it all the time. But the thing is, because it lasts for so long, you don't need to worry about it buying a new one, it running out straight away the more you use it. Like, no, it's gonna get to a point where it'll be everywhere anyway. We all know that. We
Mhm.
need water for our life to live. So things that are actually good for you, you know,
Mhm.
it's gonna spread. So this is gonna spread quick, and I think it's already starting to spread really well. So I know everyone's got a lot of plans. Obviously, we can't say anything yet. But
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a lot of plans like in place, and I know this is going to spread all across the world. So it's definitely like you're going to end up having it in your showers at some point. Like everywhere's going to have it. So this is just an investment of now your actual health. So you have to drink every day. Of course you do. It's water. But let's be realistic. It's water at the end of the day. It's not a medication. This is a lifestyle that you're signing up to. It's a new way of life. It's a new way of living. So it's thinking about the future as well. You're not going to buy like the same thing that my mom was using an excuse like an iPhone that lasts for a really long time. Sometimes less actually, because you need to, some people's renews every 2 years, and you have to spend how much money you're spending every time. This is one thing you buy once, and it lasts for so many years. Then the second product that you need, which is releasing the magnesium and calcium, the green product, that one obviously you only have to buy every like couple of years, which is nothing. If you really think about it, how much you're going to change. You're not spending any more medication. People who in other areas, maybe they pay for healthcare. You don't have to spend on healthcare. Imagine how much you're going to be saving long run if you just spend this little amount now. It's really nothing. You put it in a big sum of how much you could be saving for months, even in like calculate months. I had to be like addicted to paracetamol, ibuprofen every month, and then mine would last for really long. At least I'm speaking firsthand. I'd drink four pills, so 2 paracetamols, 2 ibuprofen every 2 hours, just so I could function throughout the day because I was in so much pain and I'd throw up. It was horrible. So imagine how many tablets I'm going through a week or a month, or calculate it's already a lot more than you would just spend just a little sum just right now, and it lasts you a lifetime. So I highly recommend it. So
Yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic. Good to hear that. And so I know somebody posted here, how much is it? I would say, I mean, it's from a couple of hundred upwards. It all depends on the market where you are. So whoever's invited you, please just get back in touch with them. They'll be able to give you the accurate prices for your market, wherever you may be located. So that's great. Anybody else wants to share on here? I know we had Lydia was sharing on Monday. I don't know if she has a before and after she was mentioning, because I was interested to see what that looked like. So if that's available, but if whilst anybody's thinking about coming on, we have a few people on. If they want to unmute, let me know. Raise your hand, and then we'll come to you. But for me, like being on it since last month when I came to the UK, like I said, I kept hearing people talking about this product. And I was like, man, I need to get my hands on it because for me, I've had this weird. I mean, I never really had any pains until I hit my 50s. And it was like they were waiting for me, It was like, here you go. This is what happens when you hit 50, boom. And didn't even know how to spell the word sciatica. And I was getting these sciatica pains and going to the chiropractor. And things seemed to have got better. But I had this real weird pain. It just kind of lodged itself in my hip. And for the longest time, I would be going to the physio, the chiropractor. I've had tests done, scans to try and find out what the root cause is. And I've had the biggest relief in all of these years by coming to London last month, drinking this product. Just drinking the product is the only difference that I've done. And my biggest challenge was even drinking enough water. I wasn't drinking more than maybe a litre and a half at most, at a push, on a given day. And now, I don't know if y'all can see the size of my water bottle, but this is a 2 litre, and I can go through this so easy. Like it's a walk in the park now to drink this amount of water. And also just to touch on what somebody else was saying about, do you have to drink this for the rest of your lives? I gave my product up because a friend of mine, and he gave a really powerful testimonial about his mum who was in pain. I didn't realize she was in pain, but she was flying to Ghana, and the product wasn't going to arrive in time. So I kind of made the sacrifice of giving up my product, and I said, gave him the product. So I was out maybe within just less than a week, and my wife was like, "Oh, you can taste the difference," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." You can feel the difference. So that you would answer your own question. Stop taking it and just go back to drinking your regular water without it, and you will come to the conclusion that I'm not going to stop drinking this. Your body will just like, where's that drink? What are you doing to me? So, it's the proof's in the pudding, my friends. And, and that's what I love about this. Everybody's got their own story. The body is miraculous. You give the body what it needs, the body will take care of it from there. So we've definitely got something that we really want to get into the hands of so many people here. So I don't see anybody else raising their hands, but as we finish up the presentation, if anybody wants to share, this is aimed at more testimonials on a Thursday. Monday we go more into the numbers. If those of you who want to know about the business side, obviously get back to the person who's invited you. They can go into more of that information. But I'm going to switch gears and I'll go back to the slide here. And ladies and gentlemen, like what you heard from Simone, from Harold, Yasmin, whoever else was sharing on the testimonials, we are not here to say, we are doctors. This product is not intended to cure disease. No, give your body what it needs. Guess what happens? Your body will take it from there, right? So again, it's aimed to magnetize your water. Yeah, right? So magnetized water, as it says here, will be an adjunct into health treatment and will improve your quality of life by reducing acidity and free radicals in the body. The very thing we've been talking about from the start of this presentation is getting to the root cause of these things that are running rampant that we cannot see, unless we go and get a blood test done and see, oh, your body, your bloods are clumping together or whatever, at that point. So this is all what it's designed to do, is just to make your water effective in the body. And so, as you heard, we could just be thinking there's some kind of placebo effect. How about your pet animal? What about your dogs? How about your cat? Right? They drink water too, right? And so, we had a situation here. I don't know the full story on this. I don't know if Simone knows the full story on this, but the eyes didn't look that great on this dog before and after. I'm sure if the dog could talk, it'll be like, woof, woof. That's a good thing. And what about the plants? We talked about 40%. 40%. This blows my mind. 40% more crops. Is that right, Simone? That got produced just by adding this to the soil. I mean, this is crazy, guys. You can't make this stuff up. This is documented for you to see. So again, we're not just here thinking that we're just drinking this, and just because we're drinking this, we're like, we're just making up stuff. This is real facts, and that we're sharing. Like I said, go do your due diligence. Go on Google Scholar. There's a lot of information around what we're doing, and it's not just magnetized water. What we're doing here, my friends, we're adding something. For me, the secret sauce. There's two products that come in this combo. You have the Timol and you have the Top H Plus. These two together are like your dynamic duo. It's like your Batman and Robin, right? And you add that to your water, it's just gonna, they're what you call your superheroes. This is gonna supercharge your water, and that's all I can say. So, anybody that wants to say anything before we wrap up, we've got a few more minutes before we call it a wrap. But I want to thank you for those of you who've made the time to come on tonight. Well, glad Simone's back into London. We are looking, there is an event looking to happen in the Stratford, London area next week time. So again, whoever's in that area in London, try and make your way down there and get the information from whoever's invited you on this call tonight. We'll be able to share more about that. So I believe it's the 21st of March is the date earmarked for that. So you can get a chance to try. If you haven't tried it, you get a chance to try the product for yourself. And like I said, I've had a testimonial that came in today, and I posted it and shared it. And in fact, I don't know, I may want to. He said it's okay to share. I've been sharing it all over the place because I think it's such a great testimonial. I'm going to see if I can quickly share it and play it. This is from a gentleman who came to a meeting I had in London. I did 2 meetups. It was a great chance to meet many people in London. And this gentleman came to the meeting, tried the product, and I'll let him tell you what was the game changer for him. So let me see if I've got it here. Yeah, I do. I'm going to want to play this. Again, we'll be having more and more testimonials in the UK for for you to hear. We've got we've got a lot in Portuguese, but now we're building up our own library of English speaking testimonials as well. So check this out. I'm going to share my screen again and just wrap up the call with this video, and we will call it a wrap from there. So here we go. Let me share this. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I think I'm good. Let me see. All right. Here we go.
Hi all, I hope you're all well. Been trying to do this video for a while. I've just finished work, so I'm just sitting in the car, so it's not that clear or great image, should I say. But this is just going back to the reference of the Timol water, if I pronounce it correctly. I did mention to Leroy a week or so ago, the benefits that I saw for myself, and that was basically I felt a lot better mentally, and yeah, certain other things was happening. Basically, the man side of things was happening. Was very noticeable, put it that way. But I just felt like I have a lot more energy and so on. So I knew from then there was something right about this product. Since then, I bought the product for my mum, because my mum suffers with type 1 diabetes and so on. I haven't had a chance to really monitor my mum, but she's said that she feels a lot better. My sister's been drinking it, and she said that she used to get a lot of migraines before she went to sleep. And she said she no longer gets migraines, and she couldn't understand what it was, why she's not getting not getting migraines any longer. And then she realized, oh, she's drinking the water, and yeah, and she just feels a lot better. She's not getting no migraines before she sleeps. So yeah, it's an amazing product. So I'm out of it now. I need to go to my mum's and top up, because I only bought it from my mum at that precise moment. So, but I will be getting another batch and posting more results. But from what I know, and from what I've seen from my sister and everything from my mum, product is excellent. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Leroy. All right. Hope you all will. Bye.
All right. So there you go, my friends. Simone, you want to have the final word? Over to you, my friend.
When I say to everybody, please, when you drink this water, drink it properly, the right way, so you're gonna see yourself first, and then of course after you can help others. And this is what I'm talking about. When I think, oh my God, I'm glad I try, because I trust my friend who told me about, and I make my daughter try. And if she didn't want it, and I say, please, just try. Let's see if this is really working, because my friend told me, and I believe in her, I trust her. So just try the water. And I'm glad, and I'm sure she's glad as well she tried, because she doesn't have any pain anymore. And
I love it.
she lost 3 products because she forget in the Uber or forget in the park. I don't know how, but she called me like in panic. Mommy, I need another one. This is the only way you need to buy another one if you lost it or break it. So that's why I say, when you, like now, Leroy, like when I say to the person, my God, when the people say they got better, it's something inside me. It's amazing. No money pay for that. Of course, we work, everybody work. He's like a doctor. When his doctor save life, of course, he's going to be paid. He did a very good job. He's going to be paid, and he studied for that. In that case, I feel like it's like a doctor. I help someone. And I know I'm going to I'm going to do something, but the most important, what you feel inside, and this is no money pay. Well, every time I listen someone say this is help someone, I don't know that guy. I never saw him in my life. But because I didn't say no to the project, because I say yes for the first time to try, and I saw the result because I did it the right way, now every day I got this. And Leroy is just started, and he's already feel that, oh my God, I help my friend, and my friend help his mother, his sister. And this is going to grow more and more because it's like addictive. You want to hear more and you want to help more because you want to receive this. And it's a blessed. Like I say, it's a blessed, this project. And who is here for the first time? Ask the person who invite you, please let me know more about. Can I try? If you leave it closed, try, go there, get the water, try, because you're not going to regret. And this is going to grow. And yeah, like you have, I have I wash my face, and I'm going to ask my friend I got a testimony in Portuguese because I went there and she put a little machine in my face to see how old my skin look because she's going to do a treatment on my skin. And the machine say 33 years old. When she did that, I look at her and say, what? Because I say, I'm 56. What do you mean? She's saying, oh my God, I never did a test and someone showed the age younger. Always show double. And then after treatment, good, show me younger. And then when she finished the treatment, showed my skin was 24. And I was like, what? It's like half my weight. So after that, I'm going to tell you, I use this all the time. So that's why she's in shock. She's straight away buy one. I wash my face in the morning, in the night. And this is one in my office, in my kitchen, my toilet, my car, everywhere. I use this. So don't stop, just pass. If you hurt yourself, get that, wash it. Just wash it. You're gonna see. Someone did the operation. If they are allowed to wash it, use that water to wash it. Your eyes, like isn't it how it say about the eyes? And we have so many testimonies. Even Glenn, he told you one about his eyes as well. Got better. So it's something really is no medication. And we're never going to say about this, a medication is going to kill, stop your medication. We're never going to say that because the only person who can take a medication is the doctor. Yeah, that's it. If you start to wash your face, your hair, oh my God, you're going to see the big difference. Just try.
Awesome.
Thank you so much again, Leroy. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy to everybody being here and listen because this is something we're not going to stop, isn't it, Leroy? You're going to carry on.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got some great partners joining us. We've got Harold recently joined us. So, we've got many partners coming on board. So it's a very exciting time, my friends. We're going to definitely share this as much as we can. So thanks for your time tonight, guys. We will be posting this out there and let's catch you up. We're going to be on the same channel, same time, next Monday. Don't be late. Take care. God bless.